Hello. We're back and we're playing more Warband with the A World of Ice and Fire mod. Before, we were continuing building our little trade empire and running caravans of furs from the north down south, and then grabbing iron and salt from down south and taking it back up north to sell. In the interim between episodes, we managed to actually get enough money to buy a ship here at White Harbor. We have our flagship now, a Pine warship, the Laughing Lord. We bought due to its high crew capacity. And we now are intending to go and get ourselves a Valyrian Steel sword. As I was saying, we did the quote-unquote main quest for this mod off camera, right? To not spoil it, and just because it doesn't really have anything to do with what we're trying to do here, which is, playing the, Game of Thrones, right? Becoming rich and building ourselves a reputation so that we can eventually start taking things over, start making political alliances and all that, etc., etc. But the quest reward for finishing that was some Valyrian steel that we could get forged into a sword. I went ahead and made the trip over here once just to get it started, but our sword should be ready to pick up. So we're going on an adventure. Alright, we're going to be crossing the narrow sea and traveling all the way to Qohor to pick up our sword. So we went ahead and spent a lot of the money we had built up from our trade trips to fill up our inventory full of food. And now we're going to go ahead and get on the, I was going to say on the road, but on the sea would be more accurate. So the Laughing Lord sets sail with 45 men, making for, we're going to head to Pentos, and then we're going to go overland through here and around to Qohor. It's the open seas. Not to say that there's not going to be threats out here. Hence why right now, at least there's pirates on the seas. And with one ship, and really it's been a long time since I've engaged with Viking Conquest's naval combat. I'd rather not get into too many fights on the seas, honestly. I'd rather avoid it if at all possible. But we might pick some fights on land once we cross over here. We've been smacking around plenty of northern clansmen and wildlings and bandits in Westeros. Why not do the same thing in Essos? Alright, we're passing by Bravos now. Heading south along the coast. There's some sea trade we're seeing here. We're not going to just land at a landing point here and leave our ship aground on the coast. We want to stop at an actual port. Hence why we're landing here at Pentos. Pentos, however you want to say it. I like saying it. Pentos. It sounds silly. Alright, we've landed. Let's check on our food supply. It's still doing excellent. Well, furs are actually cheap here as well. Strange. Nothing really out of the ordinary we're seeing here. So we're not going to waste any time. We're just going to head out. That's a large party of raiders. Now, what a convenient time for our financial report. You can see that we also went ahead and started new breweries at White Harbor and Castle Black, and we're screwing around with this mod's settlement system where you can form a settlement of your own maghold, which we just landed our ship on this isolated island way up here in the north, and we're currently working on improving it, which takes time and a bunch of money, though, you know, money at this point is not so much of an object as it was early on. Between our trade runs and just the fact now that we've got all these breweries set up that are generating passive income for us, or semi-passive rather, not so worried about it. We can always just do more trade runs when we need large injections of cash. Alright, so we're going to cross up here. And then we're going to have to do some going around, but are these slavers? Well, let's test our metal, shall we? Oh yes, we also got a dire wolf. Another thing I'm not going to really spoil, but if you're a character of Northman descent, you can get a dire wolf. Cavalry, go ahead and follow me. We're just gonna get into melee with these boys. Oof! Oh! Knocked out immediately. We got bodied. Well, something about screwing around and finding out here. Something about effing around and or finding out, but luckily our men are pretty seasoned at this point. I don't think they'll have any trouble handling these guys. Direwolf knocked unconscious by a direwolf. Typical. Dang dog knocking itself out. Well, luckily our men have this well under control. Come on, Cyrillifer, get him. Get him. Don't let him run away. You're supposed to solve that problem permanently. Unless you just keep missing your stabs. Unless you just keep missing your stabs, then you just make yourself look silly. It's like watching a bunch of, you know, never mind. For legal reasons, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm kidding. But, wow, that was a stunning level of incompetence from you, Cyrillifer. Oh, never mind. You managed to get him right at the edge. Right at the edge of the map. Never mind, I take it all back. Sure, we'll take some prisoners. I hope you like the frozen north, buddies. You're gonna love it up there. You're gonna love it up there, I swear. Well, we'll continue healing on the way. Because now we have to do a very silly thing and go way far around to cross the river up here, and then go around this lake and through here to get to Qohor. Tis a silly place. And we'll rest our men in Qohor, as we've been traveling for quite a while without much rest. And then we'll head back. Luckily, we're healing up quite quickly. Yep, some soldiers are ready to upgrade again. Yet another Northern Footman becomes a Northern Man-at-Arms. A slight upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. Our little semi-mercenary fighting force is strengthening, though we are still quite low in numbers. We do have a small garrison stationed at our little settlement, but they're all just tier 1 peasants, northern peasants at this point. Alright, we've arrived. Qohor. Now first thing, let's just visit the inn real quick. Yeah, nobody really of interest here. So we just need to stroll through the town and find the weaponsmith, who's right here. He should have our Valyrian blade for us. Do you have my sword ready? Alright. Well, let's take a gander at it. Excellent. Valyrian Steel. Now we're truly balling out. Now, let's go ahead and sell off this crap we picked up, and I'll probably actually just give this sword to one of my underlings here. We're gonna rest here, but we're going to probably give it to Sir Illifer. Let's check his equipment. He's got a balanced arming sword. Yeah, that's way better. And then what about old Dirk here? How's your sword? And Sir Illifer's sword is better than his. So, there we go. Get some hand-me-down, better equipment to our companions. We got our Valyrian Steel sword. Now we're truly balling out with the best of them. Oh, no, we want to rest here for a while. So, considering that it says my men urgently need rest, we're probably going to rest here a couple days, and then we'll start the return journey. So, I'll be back once our troops are all rested up and ready to start heading back across the continent and then across the sea. Alright, 3 full days of rest and our men are ready to go. So we're just gonna start heading back the way we came. Pirates? Pirates?
More raiding!
Pirates? Well then let's give them a right thrashing, boys. And let's not pull a stupid this time. At least not a complete stupid. We've got the advantage of horse archery. Let's actually use it this time. Rather than being an absolute dullard. There we go, my archer's beginning to put in a little work on him. Soften him up nice and good here. Everybody charge. Oh, missed that one. Oh, you decided you want to come back to the fight, huh? A little late for that. Little late for all that, boys. Oh, one of them got away. Oh, a ship's captain. They're gonna love you at the wall. They're gonna love you up there.
Stand and deliver.
Ah, crap. Well, well, well. Let's, see if we can survive this one. I'm continually making the same mistake. Oh, they're getting bunched up here. It's very good for me. I ain't afraid of no Dothraki. Men, a little help. There we go, a little distraction. Oof. Well, we got knocked down, but our men ain't out of this yet. Woo! Oh yeah, I think our men are gonna wrap this up just fine. Oh, he's screwed now. Victory, but at what cost? Oh, we got 8 men killed or seriously wounded and 15 minor wounded. That's that sucks. But they had quite a few prisoners. We could actually replenish by taking a couple of these reachmen. We'll take these squires, and we'll take 1 reach knight. How about that? And all the prisoners we can take. And we are getting out of here. out of here. We will upgrade that one guy. And Dothraki are not too happy over here. They are doing a little silly. But we've got what we came here for. If I could not just bounce off of everything there, that would be lovely. Evasive maneuvers, evasive maneuvers. More Dothraki. I'm not so keen on trying my luck again from a not so defensive position. No, not so keen on that. Alright, we can cross the river here and then head back towards Pentos. Peanuts. And get back in our boat. We'll rest up a little bit again at Pentos, and then we'll get back in our boat and cross back over. So really, even though we did lose some men, we immediately regained just as many men. We're coming back with a Valyrian Steel sword and a load of prisoners. So I really can't complain too much. Really can't complain much. Alright. Now let's first try and sell off some of this stuff. And make sure, okay, we're good on food. So we're going to rest probably 2 days here, and then we will set sail. So I'll be back once our men are rested up again. All right. While we were waiting, we got our financial report, weekly financial report yet again. We made 2,100 in profit from our 4 breweries this week. So quite good, quite good. But we're gonna continue resting. Probably one more day and then just back to the seas. Alright, we went ahead and rested another day and we're ready to head out. Back onto the good old open ocean. Where all we gotta worry about is piracy. And not the fun kind. The kind where you and your entire crew get sold into slavery in some salt mine somewhere. Oh yes, I also almost forgot to mention, a few settlements have continued to change hands, the main one being King's Landing is back in the hands of the Lannisters. They took it back from the Stormlands, Renly Baratheon's faction. So, nothing is set in stone here. Settlements are often changing hands, lots of wars are happening, and we're still just, well, profiteering. Though what a profit is being made. We are making tons of money. We are advancing our position. We've built our settlement and everything. We're building our settlement rather. We're continuing to just make a ton of profit. Stannis makes peace with the Lannisters. That's crazy. It's crazy talk. Excellent. Well, we've reached home, or at least home base of White Harbor here, but we're going to head up north to Castle Black to turn in all these prisoners. Get another little bit of money and all that. Then we'll probably pass some more time until our settlement is some free riders? Yeah, sure. Can always use more cavalry. And we gotta level up Sir Baron Grey as well, our captain of archers. I would fight these wildlings or those northern clansmen right now, but we're full up on prisoners already. So I'd rather dump these prisoners off first. Then we can farm some more. Because we can put troops that we don't want to pay as much for or use right now in our garrison at our settlement at Maghold. So we can always, you know, rescue some of the prisoners that they hold, that the bandit parties hold, take them into our party, then take them to the garrison. There we go, another 2k and more reputation, etc., etc. Which we have a very good general reputation now, but I've still just not been finding very many village quests, so we're still untrusted by the commoners. Not to say that I've not been putting in effort to attempt to build that reputation up, just have not been able to find any dang village quests. I've gone to dozens of them, and oop, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to destroy you. I don't want to join you. I want to crush you. Crush you, kill you, destroy you. Hear the lamentations of your women. And to that end, we do a little horse archery. Oh crap. Not a good place to get stuck on a tree. Beautiful. Beautifully done, gentlemen. Beautifully done. Ah, missed him twice. Oof. There we go. Alright, some men ready to upgrade. Let's go with Reach Man at Arms. And let's take a look at Sir Baron here. We want to continue upping his foraging. And he uses a two-handed sword. Alright. Excellent, excellent. Well, more prisoners! More wildlings to man the... We're recruiting the wildlings to man the wall now. Hey, that's why I'm known as such a noble lord. Why we have such a stunning reputation. Yeah, and some northern clansmen, we do the same too. You gentlemen are about to find purpose in service. There's a whole bunch of them, but, well, we're gonna thin them out. Ooh, look at that long-range shot. And now we run and ride them down. No, 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 you're not getting away. You're going to the grave or you're going to the wall. One of the two. How convenient. How convenient, we're right here by Castle Black. Alright, excellent. And another squire upgrades to another hedge knight. Oh, we must have lost our other hedge knight somewhere along the way. That's fine, we got a few squires to upgrade into them. And plenty of prisoners. But soon we need to start building relations with lords and important families. More reputation, more money. Good, good, good. Well, and we have a vested economic interest in Castle Black anyways. Good, good. Any more of these boys hanging around? Got some outlaw poachers. We can wipe them off the face of the earth real quick. There's just 4 of them, so it's not like they're going to put up a good fight. They'll put up a fight. It won't be a very good one. This is one of those just let everyone charge and watch them disintegrate kind of moments. That Valyrian sword is quite nice. Alright, just 1 prisoner and nobody we want to take as far as rescuing. Excellent, excellent. Oh, you know, I just can't resist these juicy Northern Clansman parties. It counts as an ambush. Oof. We took a lot of damage there, so we need to hold back. Unless I want to take another trip to Sleepy Time Zone, alright? Let our men mostly handle that. Okay, we only lost 1 man. Who did we lose? 1 free rider. Oh, that sucks, but that's alright. However, a bunch of our men just decided to walk into the ocean and knock themselves out. So, we need to go rest. We'll go and turn in these prisoners and rest at Castle Black for a few days and recover from our grievous wounds. That was quite silly, but is what it is. So, let's go and turn these prisoners in real quick, and then rest up. I don't think we really picked up anything to sell, but let's grab some more food. It's our slightly larger party now, and that our party is going to continue growing because we're gonna start upsizing here soon. I think it behooves us to carry more food. But anyways, we're gonna rest here for a little while and recover from our wounds and everything, so we'll be back when our men are once again all rested up. Alright, our men are all rested up and rip-roaring ready to go. So let's start heading back towards White Harbor. So I would like to go back to our settlement and check that out. And if we just absolutely, you know, have to do some more silliness, we may bypass the Dread Fort. And down towards White Harbor. Yeah, there's still plenty of clansmen and such running around, but we're not seeing as massive of a benefit from that as we used to. As we kind of start upscaling our operations, we're going to want to start taking on bigger problems, right? And we can actually afford this galley as well. It's in bad condition, so we'd have to repair it, but that would give us a lot more capacity. So I think we are going to buy that ship, the Bold Laughter, and repair it. That is a lot of our money, but that's fine. That is fine. We're not really getting into these ships for war purposes. Really, we're not trying to get into naval combat. We're trying to just be able to transport lots of men effectively, right? So we're going to head up to Maghold, up to our little settlement of our own. Or I think I'm going to take some of the men out of the garrison there that are just peasant troops and start training them up into more effective troops. And then when we don't really need them, we can stick some of the more expensive troops, like those Reach Knights, in there. And just, you know, when we're just going on trade missions or whatever, we can, or trade expeditions, caravans, whatever, however you want to put it. We can garrison more expensive troops and use our cheap troops, or cheaper troops, as bandit deterrents when we're just going to make money. I did order them to build a dock at Maghold that should be done by now, or so we'll see if we just need to run them aground or if we can just dock there. We can just dock there now. Excellent. Excellent. Is there anything I should know? Nothing right now. Excellent. Excellent. Manage the garrison. We'll give a lot of this high upkeep cavalry to the garrison. Excellent, excellent. We have a nice hall here at our settlement. We can also store stuff here, store troops here and all that. We got our obsidian stuff here. We won't need the obsidian dagger for us anymore, considering that, well, we have a Valyrian Steel sword that can damage whites and white walkers. But keeping obsidian arrows for the bow would be excellent. Any more staff we need to hire? Yes, a smith, and an armorer, and a cook. Good, good. Good, good, good. So we've made quite a bit of progress. We got our Valyrian Steel sword, we've built up our settlement, we've continued making money and selling prisoners here. In the interim between this episode and the next, I'll probably be training up some more troops and doing more trade runs to just really increase the amount of money we've got and the amount of money we will continue to make. I'm considering, or not considering, I'm thinking that the next course of action is going to be to also build or get some productive enterprises in maybe like Sisterton and Goldtown, maybe even in like Fairmarket, to just increase our economic presence. And the North is still allied to the Riverlands and has a non-aggression pact with the Vale, so I'm not so worried about that. That if we do end up joining the North, that it's not going to cut off a bunch of our productive enterprises from making us money. But also just that we will have enough of those productive enterprises that if some of them do get cut off due to a war or whatever, that we're not going to lose too much money. But we're going to keep investing and building our economic hold, and then maybe we'll start building relations with some of the lords up here in the north. We already have decent relations with Robb Stark, but some of the others maybe start considering joining the north to get some actual fiefs under us. We could definitely maybe take something in the Iron Islands if we build up enough of an army for it. Though that's more long-term goals. So for now, I think this is where we're going to hang it up for today. Thanks everybody for coming out. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.